Hello, everyone! Welcome back to another Boruto reaction. Watching episode 192 today. Before we begin, make sure description below. Check out my Patreon, Discord, Instagram, and all that good stuff.
What's on Patreon?
Patreon, so for £1, you get early access reactions to Pokemon and Boruto episodes, as well as shout out in the description of every video. You can also get things like early access to other shows as well, like My Hero and Dragon Ball. So check it out. What happened last time on Boruto?
They managed. No, Kawaki's still on the run. No, they found him.
No,
they found Kawaki.
They got him. He almost killed a child.
Big Daddy came. Naruto arrived and was like, "Bro, I got this." Because he's just there with all this like. Because they were like blasting fire at a child.
Yes, but they thought they saw him as an enemy, an outsider, a monster.
Blasting fire, and he's like, "Thanks for the chakra." and then he like blasted it, but then he saw a kid.
Yeah.
And was like last minute like that because he's actually a nice guy.
He is.
And then Naruto's like, "I'll take that."
Nope.
And then he's like, "I'm not afraid of you. I'm gonna look after you myself."
After you, and then he passed out in Naruto's arms.
Yeah.
And now we're on to the next beautiful episode. On the last episode of this arc, which is the Vessel arc. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's begin!
Past.
It's time to know his past. The days pass long and quiet.
Back in the beginning.
The beginning of an era. When the dinosaurs still roam.
A young boy was born.
So thirsty. Nothing, bro.
He had crazy eyes. What happened to his eyes?
Dry lips. They just animated it too well. Yeah, that's all they did. They made it look really, really detailed.
I thought there was like something had happened since that he didn't have these eyes anymore.
No, it's just for some reason this episode is like exceptionally animated for no reason.
Okay. Creepy cave.
What a peaceful little village surrounded by mountains.
I'm so sorry. I don't have very much right now. We are in a recession after all.
As usual.
Thank you.
Aren't we all in a recession?
Running errands for your father again? You're so young, it must be tough.
Gotta get that alcohol, baby. My daddy likes to drink.
We're just blubbing. Come up with us.
Come blood with us.
Do you like goldfish?
Huh?
Stranger danger.
You're the first customer I've had since I got to this village. I'll give you a good deal.
Don't have no money.
Aren't they beautiful?
Spent all his money on alcohol.
Goldfish luck and a growing abundance of money. You don't actually want a goldfish, do you?
No, I don't. I don't have money.
Sorry, I shouldn't have asked. Oh, yeah. You know, there's going to be a goldfish exhibition in the town down at the foot of the mountain.
You want to go to the goldfish expedition?
Yeah.
Goldfish from all over the village. It's a lot of fun just looking at them.
My dad will get angry if I come home late. I'm sorry.
Poor kid.
Right?
Man, that kid is kind of strange.
Well, that kid lives with his father, who's a complete drunk. People say his dad used to be quite a shinobi back in the day.
He was a
I have my
shinobi?
doubts about that.
I have my doubts as well.
No matter how much his dad beats him, he still works hard every single day. Then his dad just spends all the money he makes on booze. I feel bad for the poor kid.
If things are so rough on him, then he ought to just run away.
Where?
Come on, do you really think that there's anywhere a kid that age can run off to? He's just like one of those goldfish. If he were to leap out of that water, he'd die just like that.
That was a saucy smile.
That was a bit scary.
I'm home now.
You're late, you brat. What were you slacking off?
I wasn't slacking off.
Look, just give it here, all right? This is all he gave you? That damn shopkeeper. He's shortchanging you just because you're a kid.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'll make sure that I buy a lot more tomorrow.
Don't make excuses, you hear me?
Sounds a little bit like Killer
May
Bee.
I please
It's-
have dinner now?
It could be Killer Bee or
You hardly do any work.
the fifth hook.
Yeah,
the right Kage.
Yeah, look, they sound kind of like them.
It's the same. It's the same voice actor. I don't know which one it is though.
Trying to hide something like this from me, huh? But you don't even know how to read. You're an empty, hollow, good-for-nothing who doesn't have a single thing to his name. You try leaving
Speak
this
for
village,
yourself,
boy.
Right.
Making yourself an easy target.
He's a nobody as well.
You can't put your trust in strangers. Now listen up. As your punishment for not listening to me, tonight you won't be getting any dinner.
Starving.
Come on, go to bed.
Starving him as well.
Okay then. Good night, Dad.
Wow. Beautiful. And the next day, the same thing. This is his life.
He likes animals.
He does. He likes the blubbing fish, flying bird. I think because they're free, maybe. I don't know.
That's a tiny bit of alcohol.
If you got any complaints, go somewhere else. Although I run the only liquor store in this village.
Thanks.
Right, it's like less this time. Got like medical ninja here.
Oh, hello. Are you from this village? I don't know if you're aware, but there's a plague that's going around this region.
Oh.
May we draw some of your blood to test it and determine
That's very forward. Hello, young child. May we draw your blood?
COVID.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, loser.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Bullies.
What's the deal, Kawaki? Your dad totally lost his mind back during the war.
Oh.
Fourth Great Ninja War.
Come on, you guys.
I
stop.
doubt
Don't
he even
call
got to
me
see a
Dad.
tail beast.
Look, there's nothing wrong with my dad at all. My dad is a true hero.
No.
You guys don't know anything about it, so just shut up.
Hey, knock it off. Quit yelling.
Ah,
Oh, no. It's the bottle that smashed.
Stop that, you two.
I'll beat you myself.
You're gonna get hurt.
Oh.
Let's go.
I would have beat them anyways.
Thanks for your help.
Take this. Get cleaned up. So listen, I heard about your dad. My childhood was pretty much the same, so I get it. But still, nothing good will come from just enduring it all. Hey, wanna come along and sell goldfish with me?
I can't do that. I can't leave my dad all alone.
Yeah, but
I need to get home.
he really cares about his dad, even though his dad's like, oh, there it is.
it looks like the bottle's cracked. Hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that.
Oh, we're going to take the blood. Oh, no. It's her. Oh, were they not medical? Were they like... Oh. Oh. Shenanigans.
There's some shenanigans going on here.
Oh, no.
Ah.
I mean, there wasn't anything in it left.
No.
I'll fix all this tomorrow.
You rat.
I'll buy more.
You look good for nothing. Can't you do anything right? You can't even buy me liquor now?
Dad, stop. I'm sorry, Dad. Please forgive me. Let me out of here. Please, Dad. Please.
Hey, shut up, you hollow idiot.
Dad,
Locking him in a cupboard.
let me out of here.
That's kind of cool. Like the when you're crying and it's all watery. So then he's just imagining the goldfish around him.
Who the hell do you think you
Oh,
are?
what is it,
knocking on
goldfish
my
man?
door
The
tonight?
goldfish
Oh, is
man.
it the... Is it the...
Apologies for coming by.
Oh.
You know who it is.
They got that
Never
blood.
seen you before. So what do you want with me?
I'm sorry.
I have a proposition that may be of interest to you.
That said, he could have gone with the goldfish man and lived a happy life.
And instead he ends up with this guy.
Who is this man, Dad?
Wait, you really want to give me that much money for this worthless kid? What do you want with him anyway?
It's experiment.
That's none of your concern.
Please, Dad, answer me.
Hurry up and gather your things together.
He doesn't have anything.
Go on. I don't want you here anymore.
Wow.
What do you mean, Dad?
He don't want to leave his dad, and his dad just kicks
Just
him out.
kicks him out.
Dad, let me stay here.
Just disowns
You
him.
hear what I just said?
I'll make lots more money. Please, I'll buy you a lot of liquor.
You're just a good-for-nothing kid. An annoying little brat.
Oh.
Let's just get on with this.
Now, once your son is mine, you'll never get him back again. Do you fully understand?
Ha! He's just hollow and empty. He's not worth anything at all. Other than being my punching bag, that is.
Wow. Your own son?
So what's the deal? Are you a god or something?
Yes.
Are you a god or something? Sure.
God of his life, he gave him all his money.
Whoa, this is amazing.
I'd be surprised if he just leaves him with the money and doesn't just like kill him as well and take the money too. Because it seems like sort of thing Jiren would do. Jigen, sorry. Jiren. Lol.
I bet you've experienced a lot of suffering in your young life. But all
Get
of
ready
that
to
is
have
over now,
more.
because I'm going to be taking custody of you. You did well enduring it all. From this moment on, I am your father.
They
Kawaki.
really went stylistic with the animation here.
Right.
It's kind of cool.
There is nothing to be afraid of.
It feels like there is a lot to be afraid of.
Are you reluctant to leave this place?
Where are you taking me
I
anyway?
want to go with the goldfish man.
So you're asking me a question.
Through the dark and scary cave.
Is this your first time leaving your village?
I was told never to go through this creepy cave.
This tunnel is the only connection between your village and the outside world.
I've never actually had anything I could call my own before.
Is there anything you've always wanted to have?
A life
No.
of my own.
Well, I'll do my best to think of the perfect present to commemorate our meeting.
Is it going to be a scary present? I don't want a scary present.
Dad, I mean, that man always told me that I should never trust any outsiders, that they're out to deceive us. He always used to say that I was a hollow and empty good-for-nothing. So why did you pay all that money for me? What are you planning to do with me now?
That's what I'd like to know as well.
Oh, is it the goldfish man? Oh.
Goldfish man. You're about to die, fool.
Just what do you plan on doing with him?
And who are you?
I'm the one who's asking the questions here.
Oh, fair
You're a
play to
smuggler,
goldfish
aren't you?
man.
I
Trying
can
to take
recognize
on
by
this
your
guy.
stench that we're in the same business.
Fish.
Anyway, I was the one who laid eyes on this brat first. I was trying to get him to trust me so I could sell him off, but then you just had to come along and interfere with that. Hey kid, come over
Is
here.
he like? I hope.
You mean
Child
you
trafficking.
tricked me?
You seem to be laboring
Goldfish
on-
man!
Why don't we talk?
He's like, this is my... I was gonna sell him
What
off.
do you say to that?
Oh, that sounds just fine.
I liked Goldfish Man.
He was-
With me?
He was
Go
conniving.
ahead.
He was trying to trick him to kidnap the kid. And then sell him.
And don't try running away, kid. There's no point. It won't take long to capture you.
Yep.
We're done with our little chat. He gladly withdrew any claim he imagined he had.
Oh really?
That-
Is that how it went?
I
down?
feel like he's dead.
Really?
From what you've said to me so far, it appears you think being empty and hollow is a bad thing. But that isn't the case at all. You have value, Kawaki, perhaps more than you know.
It's the kind of thing Orochimaru would say to a child. Like, you can be useful.
What I really wanted was a goldfish.
Oh.
Thank you for responding to my question from before. In the place we're heading to, there are several other children who are similar in age to you. They all come from backgrounds that are quite like your own as well. There's nothing to be afraid of here.
It looks scary.
It's getting scary already. Are those children in there?
Is that the last child, Jigen?
Yes, that's correct. Be sure to treat him courteously, Boruto.
Of course. Trust that I will.
Daddy, what are you doing to me?
I told you, Kawaki. There's nothing to be afraid of. First and foremost, I want you to accept me as your new father. And once you're able to do that, you will no longer be hollow. And when both you and I do become parent and child for real, then I shall give you a very special present.
Hey.
Where am I?
You're safe now.
Don't be worried. You're somewhere safe now. There's nothing to be afraid of here.
I've heard that before.
He has heard that many times. Well, there you go. Another Boruto episode.
Poor Kawaki, he had a bad life.
That was just the beginning. Who knows what he went through with Jigen?
I can't believe I fell for Goldfish
You fell
Man.
for Goldfish Man. You would have been kidnapped and you would have been sold. You missed his little sly smile.
Well, no, I saw it, but I just sort of glossed over
You just
it.
kind of like, it was fine. That's a normal smile to have.
Ah, Goldfish Man's dead now. Though.
Yeah.
Serves him right. Traffic a child.
He apologized and withdrew. It was like, I feel like you murdered this man.
I don't know what Jiren's gonna do to him. I mean, he lived, and he obviously, had clothes and was fed, I guess. Probably better than what his dad
But
did.
what
to
he
him, but
he
they
was
probably-
experimented
yeah.
on. Basically, you caught on pretty well that the people who were there trying to get blood from people.
They're like, hi, can we take your blood?
There's a plague going around. Can we take your blood? They were part of Kara,
Yeah.
and they're there trying to get people's blood to find out
see who's special.
viable vessels. Yeah, people who would match well with Jigen's karma. And that's why they wanted his blood.
Yeah.
And that's when Delta showed up. We got some blood, and it tested good.
Yeah.
So then Jigen showed up to buy him from Kawaki's dad, who just gave him up.
He was just like, sure.
He was like, he was
Mhm.
once a shinobi in the
And
Great
he
War.
was messed up after the Ninja War.
I mean,
he could have been.
It could have been. At the same
But-
time, it's like, what did he act? Did he actually fight the
Yeah,
Ten
he was
Tails?
probably just like a scaredy cat, like that was just on the battlefield, like at the back. And
I
just
mean,
like,
a lot of horrific stuff
Oh,
happened.
yeah, I'm
Anybody would be
sure.
messed up from that war.
Not saying I wouldn't be, but I don't think he was like a massive hero.
No, but there was.
I mean, anyone who fought in the war technically is a hero, but he's not turned into a hero, so he has lost the right. to
I
be a
say
hero.
he was just a nobody that protected one of the villages and just sat there and did nothing. Who knows? Who really knows? But he was a worthless dad.
He was terrible.
He beat him. He hit him with the bottle on the head just for speaking out of turn or
And
whatever.
the villagers, they knew what was going on.
They knew what was going on and they turned a blind eye to it. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
poor kid. That's so sad.
I mean, I get it that if they'd have tried to hide him, the dad would have probably just come and like
Beat them up.
as well. But
There was bullies beating Kawaki up. Among getting beat up by his dad.
yeah,
And like every day his life was just collecting wood to
Mhm.
sell and just to buy alcohol for his dad. Like that was his whole existence
Mm-hmm.
basically. And the fact it's sad that he protected his dad as well. Like my dad is a
Mhm.
true hero.
Mhm.
I can't leave him alone. It's like he
That's
just
sad.
gave you up like nothing.
Stuck him
Like
somewhere.
garbage, yeah. And now he's with a very scary man.
One thing Naruto does very well is backstories.
That was a whole
Whole
episode.
episode of backstory.
Now you know
It's
what
needed.
Kawaki went through.
It's important, and they're very good at backstories.
It makes you care about the character.
Mhm.
Like
Even
now,
though he's like sort of villainish, it makes you care about him.
yeah. And you've seen his softer side,
Mm-hmm.
so you know he's good. But now actually seeing how he was as a kid, what he
And
went
like you
through.
can really see why he trusts
Nobody. he trusted his dad. His dad sold him. He trusted
Mhm.
the goldfish man. The goldfish man was gonna kidnap him
Mhm.
and sell him. And then Jigen,
He
like
trusted
don't
a
worry,
goldfish, a goldfish died.
there's no need to be afraid now.
Yeah,
and,
no.
and then he probably got tortured by Jigen. So anyone who says like it's okay, you're safe now, it's like I don't.
Heard that one
I've
before.
heard that many times.
That's sad.
It is, but it is a good backstory, and that
Mhm.
is one thing I do commend the Naruto series and Boruto
Mhm.
is they give good backstories when they need to for characters that
They
they
do.
need us to care about.
Mhm.
It's like, yes, that's what I need. It was also pretty interestingly animated.
Yes,
for just a random backstory episode.
It was. They just said, we found some extra budget. Let's use it.
We found this in a cupboard. But it was good. Did you enjoy?
I did.
Hopefully everyone else enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did. And as always, have a great one.
I like you. Oh, delicious.
Yeah, of course. Please do.
He's taking him instead. I guess it fits kind of Hummer style.
Mm-hmm.